Hey, welcome back to Sharm Sheikh, Egypt. I'm Landon, Derentz, the Senior Director of the Global Energy Center at the Atlantic Council. We're here at COP27, and we're seeing what the outcomes and objectives that the global climate community is bringing to the fore for a very diverse community of stakeholders. In particular, industries really showed up to this COP27, and I'm really lucky here today to be joined by Scott Strazik, who's the CEO of GE Vernova. Scott, welcome.
Landon, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So we've had the opportunity to engage with GE through the course of the COP. A little scene setter in the beginning, obviously visiting your pilot project here in Sharm Sheikh. It's the implementation COP. GE's showing some action here. What are your observations now that we're a little over a week into this conference?
It's been a great week. I'd start by just congratulating Egypt on the event, bringing the world together at an important time. A lot of energy and enthusiasm here. And for us, we really came here with the intent to get proof points done, right? And these proof points were both with technology, it was with getting things done in emerging markets that matter, and to show public-private partnerships. And I think the hydrogen demo is a good example of that. An opportunity of just starting to show that we can blend hydrogen into gas turbines the first time on the continent, but it's not the only thing we want to do. We've signed MOUs as it relates to offshore wind in the Suez Canal that it represents what the art of the possible can be, and it's just one of the many things that we'd like to do in a market like this.
Well, there's clearly, we're here on the African continent, and there's clearly a narrative of emerging market development and growth and per capita energy use. So, there's a trajectory of upward needs for energy globally. But on top of that, we're in the midst of an energy crisis right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about an acute need for energy today, an acute need for more energy in the future. How do we take care of the energy security issues of today and make sure that we're moving forward towards a net zero future over the long term?
No question. I think all those factors, whether it be energy security, the natural need where demand for electricity is going to grow by 50% over the next 20 years, but the need to do it sustainably are not mutually exclusive dynamics, right? They're going to have to be done in parallel together. And when we look at the world today, there's immense opportunity. We still have 2,000 gigawatts of coal producing power in the world today, and coal to gas switching is a very effective way to decarbonize and provide that determined power. At the same time, we look at our onshore and offshore wind businesses and the growth that's going to come globally as huge opportunities, but only as long as we make the investments in the grid to connect everything together between the power gen and where the load is needed. So there's immense opportunities in a time in which the world is acknowledging the complexity, and I think the capital will come, and that's what's key here too.
So GE is an innovator, and innovation is so key to achieving our net zero ambitions. What are the technologies on the horizon that you're really excited about in the energy space that we should be keeping an eye at going into COP28 and maybe into the future?
You bet. Especially when you think about COP28 and you think about Dubai and the amount of gas power generation that comes in that part of the world. Listen, we're investing a lot of money right now in decarbonizing gas, both with hydrogen. We use the example here with the LM6000 running on a blend of hydrogen, but also carbon capture. Carbon capture is going to play an important part. This is a big investment area for us and something that we see as critical in the energy trajectory. We're also spending a lot of money on nuclear right now. Small modular reactors, 300 megawatt blocks of power that we see as important sources of power. We've got our first contracts in Canada with Ontario Power Generation. We're also doing work with the Tennessee Valley Authority in the US and foresee growth in both Poland and the UK in the near term. So nuclear is another big opportunity. Both onshore and offshore is going to continue to grow. And the reality with offshore, as an example, is there are only 2 offshore wind turbines that generate more than 11 megawatts of power in the world today, and both are spinning on ground in prototypes, not in the ocean today. And we'll be commissioning hundreds of offshore wind turbines next year that are 14 megawatt products that we're incredibly excited about. So I think about those things as key examples, but then at the same time, HVDC lines, connecting renewable power to the load source is critical with the grid. And even grid software. So we've made acquisitions and grid software companies. They're going to help with the multi-directional flow of power. All exciting stuff and big needs for us in the future.
Well, Scott, we're really excited to see your successes here at COP27 and wish you great success as you move in and maintain this momentum going into COP28. We'll see you next year, I imagine.
We look forward to it. This has been a great platform the week. I'm proud of the team. I'd again congratulate the Egyptians on a great event and look forward to the next one. Thank you very much.
So much.